Thank you so much. Your Excellency, President of the Upper House of Brazil, Senator Rodrigo Pacheco, Your Excellency, President of the Lower House of Brazil, Federal Deputy Arthur Lira, Secretary General of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Maria Laura da Rocha, representing the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Mauro Vieira, Honorable Speakers of Parliament, distinguished colleagues, it is a real pleasure for me to be with you today at this 10th Summit of the Speakers of Parliament of G20 member countries. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Brazilian Parliamentary Authority for the wonderful hospitality extended to us, as well as for all the preparations made for our meeting under the overall theme of building a just world and sustainable planet. We convene here in Brasilia to address the pressing challenges of our time and to advance collective action on sustainable, equitable, and inclusive growth. This summit is a powerful forum, bringing together the legislative leaders of the world's largest economies to contribute to global cooperation and explore how parliaments can help tackle the structural issues we face, such as hunger, poverty, inequality, and the urgent need for a just ecological transition. As representatives of the people, we know that strong, coordinated political will and cross-national engagement are essential to achieving sustainable development for all. The challenges we discuss today, from food insecurity and the climate crisis to inequality and fragmented global governance, are interconnected and transnational. The IPU is committed to supporting parliaments in navigating these complexities, fostering collaborative actions and promoting sustainable solutions that serve both our people and our planet. Colleagues, we stand at a crossroad. According to the United Nations, our ability to now achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030 is in jeopardy. The COVID-19 pandemic and the subsequent economic, social, and environmental crisis have pushed 23 million more people into extreme poverty and left 123 million more people facing hunger in 2022 compared to 2019. This harsh reality is exacerbated by a climate crisis that reached unprecedented levels in 2023, intensifying the vulnerability of over 1 billion people who lack necessities like adequate sanitation, housing, and nutrition. Conflicts, inadequate socio-economic policies, and inaction compound these dire circumstances. Colleagues, we cannot let these trends persist. As parliamentarians, we are uniquely positioned to serve as champions of prevention, mitigation, and action. We can translate international commitments into national realities, hold our governments accountable, and ensure that budgets, policies, and programs reflect the needs of both our citizens and our planet. Parliaments bridge the global and the local, creating a critical link between people and governments. Our role is not limited to national boundaries. Parliamentary diplomacy and international cooperation are more important now than ever. The IPU has been at the forefront of advocating for parliamentary engagement on global issues, especially sustainable development. Drawing on that experience, I propose a consolidated set of priorities to guide parliamentary action. Firstly, we need to prioritize SDGs as a guiding framework. They are collective blueprints for a fairer, a more sustainable future. Parliament should embed Sustainable Development Goals aligned principles in legislation, policies, and budgets to tackle poverty. Promote health and education and advance environmental sustainability. By working within this cohesive framework, we address the interconnected nature of these challenges, ensuring inclusive progress that benefits all of us. Secondly, we need to advance gender equality for inclusive growth. Women's empowerment is central to sustainable development. Parliaments can enact policies that guarantee women's equal access to education, employment, and leadership roles, strengthening economies and communities alike. Addressing gender disparities unlocks the full potential of our societies, creating pathways to the resilience and prosperity. Thirdly, parliaments must lead in driving climate action and resilience, recognizing that climate change demands immediate and coordinated efforts. By supporting national commitments to climate adaptation, resilience, and emissions reductions, parliaments can ensure alignment with global climate targets and the SDGs. The IPU's guide, 10 Actions for Stronger National Climate Commitments, offers practical guidance to effective oversight of these commitments, empowering parliaments to hold governments accountable and ensure transparency. Through rigorous oversight, we can scrutinize budgets, monitor policy impacts, and prioritize protection for those most vulnerable to being left behind. Finally, in everything we do, we must promote peace and social stability. Peace is foundational to sustainable development. Parliaments must advocate for policies that foster social cohesion, prevent conflict, creating a stable environment where communities can thrive. I call on you all to take forward our Geneva Declaration from earlier this year on parliamentary diplomacy, building bridges for peace and understanding. Before my concluding remarks, I would like to touch on a topic of governance. Like all human endeavors, our current governance at both national and international levels needs to be revisited for bettering complex challenges we're facing today. In addition to the 2030 Development Agenda and its accompanying SDGs, we now have a comprehensive Pact of the Future that should serve as our shared roadmap towards making this a better and more peaceful world. As a parliamentary community, we must strive to bring a robust parliamentary contribution to the G20 process and to make sure that our words are parallel to action and results. Honorable Speakers, dear colleagues, these actions require our steadfast commitment. Let us leverage this summit to forge partnerships and inspire progress. Together, we can lead our nations towards a future that upholds human dignity, preserves our planet, and leaves no one behind. I thank you for listening.